The way out of pain is to accept it. What? But at the expense of sounding like some masochist, let me clarify. Actually, I'm going to give you an example, and it's me when I go for runs in the morning. When I go for a run, typically my goal is to do no less than 3 miles for my morning run. And sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes it's a little bit less, but that's usually my primary goal. And I can tell you there are many moments when I'm going to meet that goal where there's this tiny little voice in the back of my mind that's like, I'm too exhausted, you need to stop, you need to turn back, give up now. But there's a moment after that, a moment after I've acknowledged that voice in my mind, where it starts to get smaller, 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 until it's gone. This experience has not been limited to running, but even when I do meditation, oftentimes I'm sitting in a chair, closing my eyes and meditating, and there are moments where my body wants to move, or there's a thought that crosses my mind about doing something. I vividly remember a moment when my lower back was aching, and a part of me, again, wanted to react and readjust my body position. But instead, I decided to sit with it. I decided to acknowledge it and to accept it, to not react to it. Sure enough, that thought that told me that there was a pain in my lower back dissolved, went away, and didn't come back again. It was a very weird experience. But you don't have to be a runner, nor do you have to be a meditator to get out of this what I'm sharing with you right now, which is this funny paradox that the way out of pain is sometimes just to go into it. The way to get rid of certain emotions you don't want to feel is to allow yourself to feel them. And why does this happen? Usually because we're resisting what we're feeling. We're trying to push it down. We're trying to suppress and deny what we're feeling rather than acknowledging what we are feeling. In other words, the emotions and the things you're trying to avoid are the reason why those things are still here and continue to be here. It's like what Carl Jung said about what you resist persists. So accept what you're feeling without shame and without judgment. And I'll be quite surprised at how fast that emotion actually quickly passes on by. Let me know how that goes.